Tokyo 9-ball championships. I'm Alan Hopkins bringing you the semifinals match between Chao from Taiwan and Niels Feijen from the Netherlands. They will be playing a race to 13, alternating the break. We have a single elimination tournament except for the first round. The first round is double elimination format. And what I mean by double elimination only on the first round, if you play a match and lose your first match, you are not eliminated from the tournament. You must play a second match with another loser. Now, if you lose your second match, then you are eliminated from the tournament. If you win your second match, then you can finish the tournament on a single elimination format. Now, the winners of the first round, if they lose their second round, then they would be eliminated from the tournament. So it's kind of like a timing thing of when to lose. Actually, you don't want to lose if you can help it, but losing your first match gives you a second chance to still be in the tournament and play for $160,000 first prize. This is the largest tournament ever. $1 million in prize money. $160,000 to first place and $60,000 to second. So this match is worth $60,000 to the winner. To the loser will receive $30,000. But the important thing is the winner of this match has a chance to win $160,000. And here we go. Niels has won the lag and he will break first. Great break. Got a bad kiss on the cue ball. Pockets the 1 ball on the break. Actually has pocketed 2 balls on the break. Has the cue ball open. Has a nice opportunity here for a run out. He's made the 1 ball, and I believe he has made the 5 ball. Has a shot on the 2 ball in the side pocket. His concern right now is where to bring the cue ball for the 3 ball. If you see the cue ball, the 3 ball is on the lower left-hand side of your screen. So position, he wants to make sure he does not get snookered behind another ball. Coming off the bottom rail. Perfect. It's a nice advantage to win the first match in your set. The first game, actually, not the match. Usually the person who wins the first game of a match goes on to win the match. It's a higher percentage of players that have won their matches winning the first game, but does not mean he has to win the match. It's a nice draw shot, playing position for the 4 ball in the side pocket. You notice the 4 ball is pink, where the 4 ball over here is purple in the United States. 4 ball on the side, he'll bring the cue ball off the side rail, back toward the center of the table. He's elected to take a little bit of a longer shot on the 6 ball. Basically, he'll just pocket the 6 ball with center ball and stop the cue ball right there for the 7 ball. Nicely done. He's been playing well the whole tournament. There's over 500 players in this tournament. And there's only 4 players left now. Cue ball toward the center of the table. Notice how fast the table is. Now, I believe he's going to hit the cue ball low, left-hand English here, and bring the cue ball up the side rail for the 9 ball in the other corner. Perfect speed. He's been playing great the whole tournament. So Niels will win the first game in a race to 13. Usually we play winner breaks, but this format, alternating break, gives each player the equal opportunity to play his game and have a chance to win the match. So 1-0. Niels' favor. What I like about alternating break, if you play a match and let's say the match is 13-7, you lose. Your opponent has broke the balls 10 times and you have broken the balls 10 times. Equal breaks, equal opportunity at the table. So what you do on your break is very important. And Niels has 100% has broken, run out. If he keeps doing that, he'll be unbeatable in this match here. Notice Sardarek trying to get the balls nice and tight, rack the same way every time. So Fong Peng Chao will have a chance now to come to the table and break and run out on his turn. He would have to be the favorite in this match because he's a former world champion. He's a former winner of the Challenge of Champions, which was $50,000 winner take all. Great player from Taiwan. And he's elected to break from the other side of the table. That's interesting because Niels made a very good break from the other side. So let's see if Chao can make a ball from the opposite side. He'll be hitting low on the cue ball and trying to keep the cue ball in the center of the table. He's let the cue ball get away a little bit, but he's made a ball on the break. He's actually made 3 balls on the break. So very successful from that side of the table. He's made the 1 ball. Looks like he's made the 4 ball. And actually I can't tell what other ball he's made, the 3 ball maybe. Well, anyway, he has a shot on the 2. The 2 is the upper side, up end of the table. He'll play the 2 ball in the corner pocket, bring the cue ball off the bottom rail just toward the center of the table. Just concentrate on making the 2 ball in the corner. Nice shot. Cue ball coming around for the 3 ball in the side pocket. That was nicely done. Perfect speed control. What a nice opportunity to break and run out here. The ball's open nicely. He made 3 balls on the break. An easy position once he had made the 2 ball. The 5 ball in the corner to bring the cue ball toward the center of the table again for the 7 ball in the side pocket. Now he has a little angle on the 7 ball, so he'll come off the side rail with a little right hand spin and play the 8 ball in the side pocket. There it is, little spin. He wants a little bit of an angle on the 8 ball so he can bring the cue ball down table for the 9 ball. Little low right hand English, throwing the 8 ball in the side pocket and bring the cue ball over to the side for the 9 ball in the corner pocket. Perfect speed control. Nicely done. Break and run out. It's nice you get a chance to break the balls after your opponent breaks and runs out. Now you get back to the table, and Niels knows that he has an opportunity now to come back to the table. Score is 1-1. It will be Niels' turn to break. Playing the format where winner breaks, Fong Peng Chao may still be sitting in the chair. Niels may have broken run out again. So now we have a much fairer match, an even match, 1-1. Very important that the balls are racked tightly. We'll check the rack, see if they're all frozen. When I say frozen, I mean that all the balls are touching each other. What's interesting, Niels is going to stay on that side of the table, even though Fong made 3 balls on the break. He probably has a favorite side they'd like to break from. I like to break from the side he's breaking from also. Oh, that's a great break. The 1 ball in the side pocket. Cue ball he kept in the center of the table, but another ball knocked it over to the side, and that's just a bad break. But he still made the 1 on the side and has a shot. He actually made the 1 and the 2. And he has a chance to hit the 3 ball and play a safety, which I believe that's what he's going to do. He has a couple choices here of what type of safety to play. He could hit the ball very easy and put the cue ball over behind the 7 and the other ball that's over there. And I think that's what he's going to do, actually. It seems like a little bit safer shot because you get the cue ball behind the 4 and the 7. Speed at how hard you hit the ball so the 3 ball comes off the rail. The perfect speed so that he can't hit it with the cue ball. And that was nicely done. Perfect. It looks like he's going to force Chao to go to another rail. Well, he's looking now to see if he can hit the ball first. And if he can, he'll hit it directly and hit it thin and go down table. Bring the cue ball behind the 5 and the 9 ball, the lower part of the screen. Let's see if he can hit it. Looks like he can. He's massaying a little bit of inside English just to hit the 3 ball very thin. Keep an eye on the ball here and the 3 ball. 3 balls in the center of the table, and here comes the cue ball. He's hit it a little bit too hard. That's a good break for Niels. He'll have a chance actually just to play another safety though. He also has an option here of hitting the 3 ball thin and coming back down table and trying to get behind these balls right in this area here, or just hitting the ball very easily and knocking the 3 to the rail, which is a little more difficult. I think he should try to come around the table. I don't know, it depends how he feels. He may just try to hit this easy again. He's going to have to trust the table here. There he does. He hits it very easy. And that was a very tough shot, because if he's left the 3 ball, if he can see the 3 ball now, he'll have a really excellent safety coming back at him, back at Niels now, and that's what he's going. It looks like, no, he looks like he's going to kick at it. He'll kick the 3 ball down table, going to the side rail, hit the 3 down table, and leave the cue ball be. Oh no, he could hit it directly. And that's a perfect safety there. Couldn't tell if he could hit that ball directly because he got up so quick, so I guess he could. And now Niels has put himself in a tough spot, and well, we're going to see a jump shot. Jump shot is when he's going to hit down on the cue ball, jump over the 4 ball, and try to hit the 3, maybe make it, or maybe just play a safety. Notice how small the jump cue is. He'll elevate his cue high up in the air, hitting down on the cue ball, a little bit more medium hard, making sure he does not hit the cue ball off the table. Has to be very careful. Good hit. He makes the 3 ball down the rail. Great shot. What a big advantage to have a nice jump cue where you can jump over the ball and hit the 3 ball and cut it down the rail. A little fortunate that he made the 3 ball, because that was a very tough shot. Taking a chance hitting it that thin, because the cue ball could have went flying off the table. But he made the 3 and he's still at the table, but he does not have a shot on the 4 ball. Matter of fact, it's a very tough safety here too, because the corner pocket, if he hits the 4 thin, he could scratch in the corner. Okay, let's see what he's going. He's going to try to hit it thin, it looks like, or maybe even try to bank it and play a safety with the cue ball. Coming back. Okay, he's just hitting the 4 thin to the rail. And that's a very smart shot. Notice Niels put the 4 along the rail, but the 6 ball is blocking the corner pocket. So Chao does not have a shot where he can directly make the 4 ball. So he'll play a safety. And if you notice here, he'll probably try to hit the 4 ball thin, bring the cue ball down table behind the 8, or send the 4 ball down table, or bring the cue ball down table. He has a couple options here. He's elected to hit the 4 down to the bottom rail. He's made a good safety, but Niels has a chance to hit the 4 and play safety right back at him. And he has a good opportunity here to hide Chao from a shot of hitting the ball. He could try to become offensive here and bank the 4. You notice he has a clear path to banking the 4 cross corner. But I don't believe he'll play that. I believe he'll play a safety. Kind of tight for a couple racks. You want to make sure you don't make any mistakes. He'll put a little spin on. Notice he's hitting the cue ball left-hand English a little bit. Bring the cue ball over on the right-hand side of the screen. Putting the 4 ball by the 6 ball and the cue ball behind the 5 and 8. He may have gotten a bad break here because the cue ball looks like it's in between the 5 and 8. And if the cue ball is right in between the 5 and 8, Chao will have a chance to hit the 4 thin and bring the cue ball 3 rails right in between here and come 1, 2, 3 and try to get the cue ball over here behind the 9 ball. And there it is, hitting the 4 ball thin. 4 ball stays there, and here comes the cue ball right behind the 9 ball. Well done. Safety is a big important part of the match, especially of playing 9-ball, because if you can snooker your opponent, you can make him kick at the ball. Now Niels will be forced to kick one rail or two rails and try to kick the 4 down table, leaving the cue ball on the bottom rail here behind the 9 again. See which way he elects. I think he's going to shoot this 2 rails. Speed is very important here, and also the way at what angle he catches the 4 ball. Okay. Very lucky there. He hit the 4 ball directly into the 8. The 4 ball caromed off the 8 and went over by the 6 ball. So he's made a good safety. Fang does not have a shot on the 4 ball, but he will play a safety, hitting the 4 ball thin, bringing the cue ball back behind the 9 again. He also could hit the 4 ball very easy and put the cue ball on top of the 6 ball. See which way he elects to play this safety. Okay, cue ball is coming behind the 9 ball again. Perfect speed. And this is not an easy safety shot. If he can't hit the 4 directly, he's going to have a tough shot leaving Pang Chao safe. Okay, if he can get the cue ball to hit the 4 and bring the cue ball back down behind the 9, that would be about the only safety I could see he has. Or hit the 4 ball straight on. When we come back to the table, he could hit the 4 ball straight on and send it 2 rails by the 8 and the 7 and stop the cue ball right there. Or he could try to bank the ball cross side if he can hit the whole ball. Okay, he caught the rail first, and he's made a good hit on the 4 ball, but Chao will have a shot on the 4 ball and a chance to pocket the 4 ball. Chao's concern here is position on the 5 ball. It's not easy position. He's going to elect to probably have a long shot on the 5 ball next. He'll play low right-hand English on the 4, just pocketing the 4 and bringing the cue ball back over toward the center of the table on the bottom, on the lower rail, on the top rail. He'll make sure he does not touch the 7 ball here. Okay, there's the 4 ball and the cue ball over for a long shot on the 5 ball. And there was nothing he could do about the position there. He just had to make the 4 and bring the cue ball over with a chance to make the 5 next. Now, I would say this is the shot of the rack here. If he can make the 5 ball and get position on the 6, he should run the table. But the 5 ball is not an easy shot, and he's going to have to deal with the 9 ball, which is right there next to the 5. So he's going to have to put a lot of English on the cue ball, so he gets a shot on the 6 next. Okay, great. He missed the 9 ball. He did not touch it, but look out for the 7. Oh, he knocked the 7 to this bottom rail, but he has a shot on the 6, so he should be okay here. Should be able to make the 6 ball on the side and bring the cue ball down just a little bit for the 7 ball. Low English, low right-hand English. Very good. So the 5 ball was a key shot. Making the 5, elected to get on the 6 ball, 2 rails, took a chance of hitting the 7 ball, getting behind the 7, but Chao did not get behind the 7, so he has a nice opportunity here to win this 3rd game. It's big winning the game on your opponent's break, and Niels broke him this rack, so he will lose on his break if Chao gets out and be behind 2-1 with Chao breaking. Left himself a little long on the 9. He should be okay. Nicely done. So safety play has helped Chao to win the third game. Couple good safeties, speed control on the cue ball. 2 nice shots on the 4 ball and the 5. So the score is 2-1, Chao's favor. And he'll be coming to the table with his break on the 4th game. Chao's a very good safe player. I've played him before in the Challenge of Champions, and his cue ball control is excellent. He has a good break. He does not make too many mistakes at all. He's very careful running the balls. You won't see him make too many errors. I wonder if he'll take off the break this time a little bit. Last time he hit a little hard and let the cue ball loose. See if he controls the cue ball better this time. Notice how he hits it down. He's hitting down on the cue ball. Once just hit the 1 ball solid and stop the cue ball in the center. And there we go. The cue ball got kissed around this time. But he has pocketed a ball on the break. And he has a shot on the 1 ball of playing a safety or a bank shot. 1 ball cross side. You notice the cue ball is behind the 8 ball, but the 1 ball is on the left-hand side of the rail, so he'll have a chance to hit it. Right now he's looking, here's the cue ball, and here's the 1 ball. He's looking to play a safety on the 1 ball, hitting the 1 ball down table, or putting the cue ball back behind the 8 ball, or bringing the cue ball down table. He has an option. Or he could become offensive and bank the 1 ball cross side. I think he's going to play a safety here and try to bring the cue ball back behind the 8 and send the 1 ball down table. That's exactly what he's tried to do, and it looks like he's done very successfully. So I think we're going to see a jump shot here or a masse. What Niels is looking at right now to see if he hits the 1, does he have a chance to make another ball, or has to be very careful he does not hit the 1 and scratch. So I don't think he's going to hit very hard here. It looks like he could either come around the 1, over the 8, around the 8 or over the 8, and just hit the ball. Little Masse is going to hit down on the left-hand side of the cue ball. Let's be careful how hard he hits this. And curve into the 1 and stop the cue ball right there. Well, he's made a good hit, but he's left the 1 ball wide open for Chao to play either a bank shot or another safety. I don't believe he can make the 1 ball in the side pocket. He could cut the 1 ball in the corner pocket. See what he elects to do. It looks like he's going to be playing the 1 ball in the side. No, he elected to play a safety there. That was not a shot. He did not try to make the 1. The reason I know that because of his position for the 2 ball. So the 9 ball is directly in the way of the path of the 1 ball. So we're probably going to see a jump shot or a masse. Here we go. He's going to, looks like a little bit of a jump. It's a jump shot using his own cue, jumping over the 9 and trying to pocket the 1. He makes a great hit on the 1 ball. Unfortunately, the 1 ball is coming down for a shot for Chao in the corner pocket, and an opportunity to pocket the 1 and stay at the table. And he knows he's made a good hit, but he's left a shot for Chao. Not an easy run out. Chao's going to have to study the table here to figure out what he's going to do with the group of balls on the lower end of the table there, the pink ball and the 7 ball. He'll pocket the 1 with low English and bring the cue ball off the rail a little bit, taking a long shot on the 2. The 3 balls on the left-hand side of your screen by the side pocket, so all Chao has to do is pocket the 2 ball, and he'll have a shot on the 3. But now he's interested in his angle on the 4 ball. When we play 9 ball, what we want to do is study the 3rd ball on the table in rotation. So Chao is shooting the 2 ball, so he's looking to see where the 4 ball is, to play position on the 3 so he can have an easy shot on the 4 after he pockets the 3. Play the 2 in the corner pocket, come off the side rail. Wants a little bit of an angle on the 3, does not want to be straight in. Looks like he got a perfect angle on the 3 to come float down to the rail and try to get straight in on the combination of the 4 and 8. Does not want the cue ball on the rail here. Has to keep the cue ball off the rail. And I don't believe he came down far enough, so he's going to have a little bit of a tough shot on the combination 4 and 8. He'll play the 8 ball. There's the 4 ball. There's the 8, and there's the 7 ball. Now he could play the 4 ball into the 8 and just stop the cue ball behind the 7, but he's going to play the combination. He has to play position on the 4 next also, so wherever the 4 goes, he has to be careful he gets a shot after. And that's what I was talking about. He drew the cue ball over to the other side here. That was very nicely done there. Pocketed the 8 ball and brought the cue ball over to the other side of the table for a shot in the 4 in the opposite corner. Now keep an eye on the cue ball here. He's going to put low left-hand spin on the cue ball and come back toward the center of the table for the 6 ball. There it is, 4 in the corner, 6 ball, perfect position. He wanted to be straight in on the 6 because the 7 ball is right near the 6 to play in the other corner. He'll hit this with a little bit of low right-hand English to throw the 6 in the corner and stop the cue ball from moving much. Nicely done. Both players playing well. Just a couple safeties made the difference in 2 games. And Chao has won on his break. So Chao will go ahead in the match 3 games to 1 and will give the table up to Niels. Will be his break. And there it is, 3 games for Chao, 1 game for Niels. Looks like he's kind of anxious, wants to get going and break the balls. I don't blame him. When you're behind in a match, you want to get to the table and play. So he's going to stay on the same side, hitting the 1 ball, just trying to stop the cue ball in the center. Notice how low he gets. He's pretty tall, Niels, so he has to get pretty low when he's breaking the balls, so you can see where he's hitting the cue ball. And oh, that's a great break. The cue ball, he controlled the cue ball to the side rail. He's pocketed a ball on the break. A little unfortunate because the 1 ball went to the side rail and back to the bottom rail, so he will have to play a safety. He does not have a shot on the 1. Has a couple different safeties here. He could play the 1 ball thin and bring the cue ball 2 rails down table behind the 8, and that's what he's looking at right now, I believe. Or he could try to bank the 1 ball down table and try to hide the cue ball behind the 2 ball. Looks like he's playing to hit the 1 ball thin and bring the cue ball back down table. I kind of like that choice. I think that was a good choice. Even if he lets him see the 1 ball, it's a long shot. And notice the cue ball, it's on the bottom rail, so he'll be happy with that. I don't think he's unhappy. He's going to have to leave a long shot for Chao, and he's going to have to roll the 1 ball in and try to play the 1 ball in the corner. And here's the 2 ball. He may go into the 2 ball with the cue ball. If he does, he should be okay, unless he hits it full in the face and drives the 2 to the bottom rail. Looks like he's going to have to hit it anyway if he makes the 1. Okay. He got a little lucky here, it looks like, because he missed the 1 ball and put the cue ball behind the 2. Now, if he'd have made the 1 ball, he'd have probably hit the 2 with the cue ball. And sometimes that plays in your mind when you're shooting a long shot like that. You tend to undercut it to protect the cue ball. And that's exactly what he did, and it turned out good for him because he missed the 1 but has left no shot for Niels to make the 1. So he's going to kick at the 1 here and try to get lucky. He'll hit this pretty hard. Has a chance maybe to make it in the side or the corner. Okay, notice he hits the 1 down table. And just a little bit of a bad break there. He hits the 1 a little easier, he'd have been better off, but he hit a little too hard, and he left the shot in the side pocket on the 1 ball. So Chao will play the 1 ball on the side, bring the cue ball back down table for the 2 ball. As you see, the 2 ball is by the cue ball. Has to be careful not to hit the 4 ball or the 6 ball here. So there it is, the cue ball coming back down table. Look out. And he hits the 6, so he's left himself a little bit of a tough shot on the 2 now. He did not want to touch the 6 there. Cue ball's on the rails. Not much he can do with the cue ball except pocket the 2 and bring it back down table for the 4 ball. The 4 ball lays by the 9. He's pocketed the 2 ball, and here comes the cue ball for the 1, for the 4 ball, but he hits the 6. And that'll be a tougher shot now on the 4 ball. He could also play a safety here, but I don't believe he's going to. I think he's going to just try to cut the 4 thin and bring the cue ball down table for the 5 in the same pocket. Right hand spin on the cue ball. He'll come 1 rail. He's undercut the ball. I think it skidded on him. Notice he said, I think the ball skidded a little bit on him with all the English he had to put on the 4 ball. So that's a great opportunity for Niels to come to the table now with a shot on the 4 ball. But not an easy position shot because the 9 ball is on the bottom rail. It looks like he's going to have to hit the 9 ball if he makes the 4. What he could do here is try to play the 4, hit the 4 very thin, maybe try not to hit the 9 ball if he can. It's hard to tell from where I'm viewing the match. But if he hits the 4 very thin, he might miss the 9 ball and just come up table 1 rail for the 5 ball in the same pocket. Has to hit it pretty easy to do that, though. Oh, there he hit the 9 straight in the face. And did he hit it hard enough? Well, that's a great shot. If he got on the 5 ball, that was a great shot. He played position off the 9 with low left-hand English to come 2 rails for the 5 ball. Super shot by Niels. He's going to check, see if he has enough room to make the 5 in the corner, which he does. Now notice the 6 ball is over by the other side of the table, so he's going to be very careful here on his position. I don't think you'll see him touch another ball if he can help it here. Bringing the cue ball back out toward the center of the table. Perfect. Has a nice angle to play the 6 ball on the side and come off the side rail back toward the center of the table, the lower center of the table for the 7 ball in the other side pocket. This is going to be a great match. Both of these players are playing great. Looks like they're both very determined. We're playing for more money in the history of pool than ever been played before. The largest prize money ever. Has a little angle on the 9 ball, but shouldn't be a problem. Just roll it in. Okay. Well, that helps a little bit. That makes it a closer match. So Niels will have 1 on his break. And Chao realizes he's got himself a tough match in store. Niels is not going to give up. He's very determined. So here's the score. 3 games for Chao, 2 games for Niels. And it will be Chao's break. And he'll have a chance to tie it up on his break. No, actually he'll have a chance to go ahead 4-2. So the safety that Niels played on the 1 ball actually paid off. It's a big advantage to make a ball on the break and have a shot to hit the 1 ball afterwards, or the lowest ball on the table anyway. I think Chao's got to be concerned about his break, and that was a good break. Unfortunately, he got a bad kick on the cue ball, but he's okay because he pocketed the ball on the break, and here comes the 4 ball to block a shot on the 1 ball on the side, it looks like. I think Chao will be forced to play the 1 ball in the corner here because the 4 ball, if you notice right here, here's the 1 and the 4. He's going to be forced to play the 1 ball in the corner pocket, I believe. And he'll bring the cue ball around 3 rails. He'll come this way with the cue ball and back out here for the 2 ball. Not an easy shot. And he pockets it. And here comes the cue ball, 3 rails around perfect for the 2 ball. That was well executed. I think he would like to have been a little bit harder though, because I believe the 3 ball is down table. There it is. The 3 ball is right by his arm. He has to be careful not to touch it. Playing foul on all balls. He's going to hit the cue ball low here and draw it back down table for the 3 ball. And he's come up a little short there, it looks like, but he wanted to make sure he pocketed the 2 ball. Looked like he cinched the 2 ball there, but he has an angle on the 3 ball, so he'll be able to pocket the 3 ball in the corner, move the cue ball around 2 rails for the 4 ball, which is in the center of the table. You see a low right-hand English on the cue ball here, cutting the 3 ball in the corner, bringing the cue ball around 2 rails. And he overcut the ball. I'm wondering if that last shot that he missed when he undercut the 4 ball, I wonder if that was in his mind playing that shot. I bet it was. So he played to overcut at that time. So he overcut the ball, and here's the 3 ball, and here's the cue ball. Now notice the 4 ball is right behind the cue ball, so he's going to have to elevate his cue. So this makes this a very tough shot, and make sure he does not touch the 4 ball. If he touches the 4, it'll be a foul. Oh, looks, there it is, elevating. That's very thin. Cannot put much English on the cue ball. And he makes the shot. And here comes the cue ball for position on the 4 ball. That was a very nice shot. That was not easy. Anytime you're elevated over another ball and you're playing foul on all balls, it's very difficult to pocket the ball and get position on the next ball. And he has done that with a shot in the corner pocket. You see him pocket the 4 down the table and just roll up a little bit. Very easy. Playing the outside of the pocket. Now notice the angle he has on the 6 ball. He has to play position on the 7 ball for a different pocket than where because the 8 ball is in the way. Now he could play for a combination, or he could play the cue ball where you see his cue stick now. 1 rail coming over for the 7 ball in the same pocket. It looks like the 9 is in the way, but I don't believe it is. If he's going to play position on that side of the table with a little bit of left-hand spin on the cue ball, center ball, 1 rail, there's the 6, here comes the cue ball, 1 rail. He does not want to get on the rail here if he can help it. Okay, he's okay. Now he's going to shoot the 7 ball past the 9 into the lower right-hand corner, and he's going to bring the cue ball back out toward the center of the table, I believe, for the 8 ball. He's going to have to draw the cue ball. There it goes, low English. Notice how nice he hit that. A lot of draw on the cue ball. Position was perfect. Well, is he playing very nice? He's playing very nice. Well, that was a big break for Niels, because Chao pocketed a ball on the break and had a shot on the 1 ball and failed to get out at his turn to the table. So Niels now had an opportunity after that, came to the table, took advantage of it, and ran out the rack to make the score tie, I believe, 3-3. And there it is. Chao has 3 and Niels has 3. And Niels now will have his advantage back at the table because it's tie score and he'll be breaking. Niels has never played for this much money in a tournament before. Chao has. So I imagine it's a little bit of an advantage for Chao playing for this kind of money before, and Niels never before. Looks like he's handling it very well. I like the way he's been breaking, hitting the one ball very solid, making a ball. Notice you watch the one ball. It either goes in the side pocket or it goes back down table by the corner. I favor this break. Here goes the one ball. He missed it in the side, but there goes the one ball down by the corner. So if he pockets a ball, which he has, he'll have a shot on the one ball. And that was very nicely done. He's always got that one ball by the corner pocket. So there's a nice opportunity for Niels to make the one and play for a run out. Or a quick game here. We could see a 2-9 combination. I believe he should play for the run out, though. The balls are open nicely. And if he can get on the 2-ball, which shouldn't be too difficult because the 1-ball is a nice routine shot, but the cue ball position will become 2 rails with low left-hand spin on the cue ball to help bring the cue ball around table and shorten the angle a little bit. And there it is. Good speed control there. Now his concern here is going into the 9-ball. He has a shot on the 2 in the corner, but position on the 3. He's probably going to play the 2-ball in the corner pocket and carom the cue ball off the 9 and back to the side rail and back out. Has to be careful that the 9-ball doesn't come back off the bottom rail and back up in the center of the table in between the cue ball and the 3-ball, because it looks like it's going to be the perfect speed to come back in between them. Here's the 2-ball in the corner. Okay, he missed the 2-ball. Okay, he tried to draw the cue ball. I think that was just a poorly executed shot there. He missed the 2-ball, and the cue ball, if you notice, is on the bottom rail, so he didn't even get position on the 3. So Chao has a nice opportunity here to come to the table with a shot on the 2-ball, the side pocket. He'll roll it in nice and easy and just take the 3-ball afterwards. Okay, nice shot by Chao. So the 4-ball is on the top of the screen. He'll be playing the 3-ball and drawing the cue ball back down table. Notice he's hitting the cue ball low. Bringing the cue ball down table for the 4. He does not want to go too far because he won't have a shot on the 4. It becomes too far. So plays just a little bit of draw. Leaves himself a longer shot on the 4-ball. Notice the 5 is on the right-hand side of the screen, so he's going to play for an angle on the 5. So you'll be seeing Chao hit low left-hand spin, bringing the cue ball 2 rails. Now, he's missed this type of shot the last 2 turns at the table. And I think he's thinking about that right now. So I think he'll be a little extra careful this time to make sure he makes this ball. And that's the sign of a champion right there. He does not let it discourage his way of shooting the ball. He shot it the right way. He's come a little too far, though, I believe. He's played for position on the 5 in the other corner. And he's got almost straight on the 5-ball. So what he's going to be forced to do here is just pocket the 5 down the rail and just pop the cue ball off the rail a little bit for position on the 6, 7-ball across table. Okay, he's elected to draw the cue ball back. That was nicely done. He had a little angle on the 5, so he elected to draw the cue ball back with low right-hand spin to bring the cue ball toward the center of the table for an easier shot on the 7-ball. Low left-hand English here on the cue ball. Just bring the cue ball off the rail a little bit. So he has a little bit of an angle on the 8, not much. Now, if you notice, the 9-ball is right by the side pocket, so he'll play position for the 9 on the side. Usually play position for the ball that's closest to that pocket. So he'll play the 8 in the corner, position for the side pocket and the 9. So Chao will take the lead And he's shooting an 878, and Niels is shooting a 931, but is behind in the match, 4-3. Chao has missed twice and is still ahead in the match. Niels has missed one time. He missed the ball in the corner. So Chao will be ahead 4-3 and will also have a chance to come to the table and break the balls and go ahead 5-3 if he can break and run out successfully. So I guess sometimes it pays to miss and get lucky, or to miss and leave your opponent safe or no shot. And this is proven this happens in 9-ball because of the format of the game, playing rotation, where there's only one ball on the table that you must hit. It's the one ball, stops the cue ball toward the center. Look out for the side pocket. Oh, so there's a break for Niels. Chao has scratched on the break. Now that will give ball in hand to Niels, and all the balls that Chao has made on the break will stay down, and he's made one ball. He's made the one ball. So Niels will come to the table with ball in hand on the 2, and right now what he's concerned about is position on the 4 ball to the 5. That's what he's looking at right now. He's going to shoot the 2. The 2 is an easy shot because he has ball in hand. Position on the 3 is fairly simple, but he has to get the right angle on the 4 to be able to come back for the 5. Okay. Now this is very important, the angle he gets on the 4 ball. He wants to stay on the right-hand side of the 4 ball. And that's what he's looking at right now, the speed at which to draw the cue ball back and the angle on the 4 ball. Sometimes it helps to put your cue on the table to notice exactly where you want to put the cue ball. We're going to see a little bit of cue ball control here. Okay, he's went to the rail and back out. And that was a nice decision to go to the rail and back out. It helps to judge the speed a little bit better if you can go to the rail and bounce it out. So he has the perfect angle on the 4 ball now to draw the cue ball back down table for the 5. Pretty much doesn't matter what angle he gets on the 5 here if he has the cue ball off the rail. If he has the cue ball on the rail, then he wants to be almost straight in on the 5 or very little angle. Okay, bring the cue ball back down for the 5. Now he has an angle on the 5, but he should be okay. Just to roll the 5 in and come back up toward the center of the table for the 6 ball in the same pocket. He wants to make sure he does not get the 9 ball away. Notice a little bit of English he's putting on the cue ball. He's putting left-hand English on the cue ball to keep the cue ball toward the center of the pocket, center of the table. There's the 5 ball. Here comes the cue ball up toward the center of the table. Would like to be straight in on the 6 if he can. If he doesn't, though, he'll be okay. Now here's a shot he's going to hit pretty firm. Looks like he's going to just hit it, make the cue ball just come forward about an inch or 2. Firm hit. There it is. Notice that's what we call a force follow. When you hit the cue ball fairly hard, but it only goes forward a couple inches. Now he has an angle on the 7 ball to go down table for the 8. And that's what 9 ball is all about, folks. Angles. You want angles so the cue ball is easier to move. And as I'm saying angles, looks like he's straight in on the 8, so now he's going to play an angle to go to the bottom rail and back up toward the center of the table, it looks like. And there it is, 1, 2 rails back toward the center of the table. Use a little powder. Powder helps make the cue go smoother through your fingers. And there it is, 9 ball in the corner pocket. So 8:57 for Chao, 9:46 for Feijen. And he's ahead now. You know, he's now tying the match, even though he's playing better and more consistent. And there's the score. 4-4. And Niels will come to the table with his break. Chao broke the balls that time and scratched on the break, giving ball in hand to Niels with 8 balls on the table. And Niels ran out. And that's what he's going to have to do to win this match. Every opportunity he gets, he's going to have to make sure he takes advantage of it and try to protect the cue ball on the break from scratching. And he's been successful doing that. Hitting the 1 ball solid, fairly hard. 1 ball toward the side pocket, catches the point and goes down table. And he's looking to see now if he has a shot on the 1 ball, and he does. And he's made 3 balls on the break, so he's made a great break. As we can see now, he's looking to see if the 6 balls in the way, and I don't believe it is. I believe he has a shot on the 1 ball, the 2 balls on the right-hand side of the screen. So he has a pretty simple position for the 2 ball. The position problem here is going to be from the 2 to the 4 because he's pocketed the 3 on the break. So if he can get straight in on the 2, he should be okay. And if he has an angle, he's going to have to bring the cue ball 2 rails back down table. It looks like he's playing low right-hand spin on the cue ball to bring it over to the right-hand side. And there it is. And he's hit a little harder than he wanted to. So now what he'll be forced to do is play a low left-hand English shot, playing the 2 ball in the corner and bringing the cue ball back down table 2 rails. Or he could play this with high right-hand English or center right and bringing the cue ball 3 rails down table. But he's going to go low left-hand English. Keep an eye here on the cue ball after he makes the 2 ball. There's the 2 ball, and here comes the cue ball. Watch out. Look out. Oh, that's a tough break. Tough break. It looks like he got behind the 6 ball. So that's where his problem came in, from the 2 to the 4. And that was the speed control right there. He had to hit a little bit harder so he could come out a little more. But he has a shot on the 4 actually to go rail first. Rail first and play the 4. And that's what he's looking at right now, is playing rail first to hit the 4 ball in the corner pocket. If he makes the 4, he should have a shot on the 5 because the 5 is down table. He won't hit this real hard. He'll hit it pretty easy. You have to be careful he doesn't leave the 4 ball hang in the corner pocket because that'll give Chao a shot. And that's what usually happens on these shots. And that's exactly what happened. The 4 ball hung by the pocket and give an easy shot to Chao, who will come to the table now with 4 balls on the table. The 4, 5, 6, and 9. Not much he can do with the cue ball here. He'll hit the 4 ball pretty thin, though, to bring the cue ball back off the rail. Boy, real thin. Took a chance there. He took a chance. He almost didn't even hit the 5. He hit the ball so thin that he came down too far for the 5 ball. And that's why he hit it thin, though. He wanted to come back down table close to the 5. So he's going to be forced with a bank shot here. And I think he knows he's going to shoot at it because he's kind of frustrated that he came down too far on an easy shot like that. So he'll play the 5 cross corner. And there it is. Bring the cue ball down table for the 6 with low right-hand spin. And you'll see a lot of good players do that. When they may have an easy shot and they get bad position on the next ball and they have a bank, they're going to shoot it pretty quick because they're kind of frustrated that they messed up on the shot before that. So Chao shot the 5 like it was a hanger. He'll shoot the 6 in the corner now, come off the 1 rail and back to the other side of the table for the 9 ball in the corner. And he's came a little far here. So now we're going to give him a blood test. And it looks like he loves it. I guess he has to love it. He's going to be shooting at the 9. Anytime you're shooting at the 9, you've got to be the favorite. He's going to play a thin cut. Has to watch the cue ball here. Does not go cross corner. Here comes the cue ball. He protected the cue ball with a little bit of inside English. And he will go ahead in the match. But he won't go ahead in the stats. He's still at 870. And Niels is at 930. Both players are playing great. Anytime you're playing in a 9-ball match and you're playing over 800, you're playing great, I think. So Niels has 4, Chao 5. And Chao will come to the table with his break. So far, the match has been going according to the break, how the break has been going, because it looks like each player on their break is not getting out. Looks like the other player is coming to the table and getting an opportunity to win. And actually, you could say break the serve or break the break. The last time he scratched, let's see if he gives up on the break or hits him a little harder this time. Or, no, he hit them same speed. Very good break. Made the one ball on the break. And made the one on the break, but got a bad break. Because the cue ball cannot make the two ball. If you see the two ball, he's looking at it now. It looks like he can't even, may not be able to hit it. No, he can hit it. And there he's looking now. He may go to the bottom rail here and try to kick behind the two ball, or hit the two ball thin and come around table. It's going to call a safety. I mean a timeout. Here's the cue ball. Here's the two ball. So what Chao, I believe, is going to do and go to the bottom rail and try to hit the two down table here. Not an easy shot because it depends how full he hits the two ball here. Now he has a little bit of help there with the brown ball, the 7 ball. But now remember, he can push out also. But I believe if he pushes out, Niels is probably going to take the shot. Well, maybe he won't. He pushed that kind of far. Maybe Niels will not take this. I'll tell you the truth, I think I'd give this to Chao. I think somehow, unless he can put the cue ball behind the 7, but that's not an easy shot. Now here's the 2 and here's the cue ball. Now he could try to hit the 2 thin and come 1-2 rails back here, but the 2 ball is going to come over here and probably leave a shot if he doesn't get behind the 6. So that's what he's going to do. I think he's going to give it back to him. Okay, now this will be interesting to see what Chao does. I hope he doesn't get lucky here because this is not easy to execute this shot. Okay, he's going to hit the 2 ball and come to 2 rails with the cue. Oh, looks like he's trying to hit the 2 ball with that 1 rail down table. And that's what he tried to do. Does he make the 2? Yes, he does. So that was nicely done by Chao. He could hit the 2 ball full and bank it. So Niels should have taken that shot. It didn't look like he could make the 2 ball cross corner. So Chao, with a offensive shot, will come to the table successfully, pocketing the 2 ball with a simple shot on the 3 ball on the side, and the 4 ball laying right by the corner, which I thought was the 6 ball before, but it's the 4 ball. And an opportunity to go ahead by 2 racks. Now his concern here is position on the 5 ball to the 6 ball to the 7 ball. Okay, he wants an angle a little bit. It actually wants to be straight in on the 5 if he can. Now if he gets too much of an angle, okay, it looks like he's perfect. He's going to draw the cue ball back here so he doesn't have to touch the 9. There it is, looking right now, so he doesn't have to touch the 9 for position on the 7 ball. The 7 ball is down table. Wow, he has more of an angle than I thought. This will not be that easy. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a tougher shot than, well, it's deceiving. Let's see what he does. Okay, no, he was okay. Perfect. Notice the angle he has, an angle to go left up table. He'll pocket the 6 ball with the perfect angle, just hit the cue ball center almost, and go up table. Notice the spin it picks up. It picks up that spin from the angle of the object ball. When you cut a ball in, you pick up spin on the cue ball. So here he'll just come off the bottom rail straight up in the corner, wants a little bit of an angle on the 8 ball, just to slide the cue ball over for the 9 ball in the same pocket. And there's the angle. Won't hit this too hard. Pretty easy, I believe. Just roll it down nice and easy. And there it is. Great position player, Chao. Okay. So, 891. Looks like he's picking up. And 909 for Niels. So Chao is playing better as the match goes on. And there's the proof of it. 6 games for Chao, 4 games for Niels, and 2 games back. So Niels is going to have to depend on Chao a little bit to get back into the match, because if Chao keeps breaking and running out, Niels will not be able to win. So be interesting to see what happens if Chao will make a few mistakes and Niels will take advantage of it. Niels will have a chance now to break the balls and try to run out on his turn at the table. And there's a little look at his grip on the break. Notice how far back he holds the cue. He's very tall. It's over 6 feet. Gets a lot of power in his break. Trying to play the 1 ball in his side pocket. Keep an eye on the 1 ball. And there it goes toward the side. He just misses it. And it comes back toward the 9. But he has been very successful in pocketing a ball. It looks like he has pocketed the 2 ball. And he'll have a shot on the 1 ball. There it is in the corner pocket, right next to the 9. And the 3 ball is right where he's standing now, on the side rail. So position is pretty simple. A little bit of draw on the cue ball, coming off the 9 ball to the side rail and back out toward the center of the table. He should have position on the 3. The important thing is pocket the 1 ball. Got a tough run out here. Chao is a little fortunate. Notice the 5 and the 6 over on the side rail there. Those 2 balls he's going to have to deal with later. Here's the shot on the cue ball. 1 ball in the corner, off the 9. And we're going to have to take a break and be back with you in a couple seconds. Welcome back. Niels made a great shot on the 1. Nice position on the 3. Bring the cue ball back down where you see his hand right now, cueing the ball. He'll bring the cue ball back over there for the 4, as you see in the 4 top of the screen. There's the 3. Notice the cue ball coming right back. Actually would have hit his hand if he didn't move it. So unfortunate that the cue ball is on the rail, because there's not much he's going to be able to do with the cue ball here. Going to have to play the 4 in the corner and just bring the cue ball off the rail, and elect to probably play a safety next after the, unless, oh, I can't see the 5 going past the 6. So he has a good safety if he can get on the 5 ball correctly. There's the cue ball close to the rail. Will not be able to put any draw on the cue ball. Just have to make the 4 and let the cue ball come off the top rail and back down table. There it is, and he's playing position for the 5. If he didn't touch it, he'd have been okay, but he may have got a little fortunate here. He can bank the ball cross side. There it is, the 5 and the 6. Got a bad break, he hit the 5. Well, he's got a double bank here. He can play a double bank where he hits the 5 to the side rail where he's looking at now, back over to the left-hand side of the screen, back to the right, and put the cue ball behind the 6 ball. He could become offensive, play the 5 cross side, and draw the cue ball a lot to go back over and back out toward the center of the table. Looks like he's going to play a double bank, like I said, try to put the cue ball on the bottom rail and put the cue ball behind the 6, and there it is. And that was executed nicely. Putting the cue ball behind the 6 ball. Chao will take that chalk there. The chalk looks like it's right behind the 5 ball. Notice the 6 ball and the cue ball very close together. Chao's going to be forced to kick at the ball. Kick at the ball going to another rail, trying to hit the ball. He's going to try to hit behind the 5, I think, here, and send the 5 down table. If he does, the cue ball should stay down by the 7 ball. There it is, 1-2. Okay, he caught the 5 ball kind of thin. So Niels will come to the table with an opportunity and a nice shot on the 5 ball and a chance to run the table. So there's a situation where a safety paid off. Has to be careful he does not touch that ball along the rail, which was the 6 ball. He'll play angle here. He wants an angle on the 7 too. He has an angle on the 6 now, and he has a pretty good angle. If the 6 were closer to the rail, he'd play for less of an angle because it's easier to bring the cue ball off the rail if the 6 is close to the rail. But it's off the rail a little bit, a couple inches, so he has an opportunity to just bring the cue ball down table with low left-hand spin. And there it is. Okay, he has a little more of an angle than he would have wanted. So he's going to be forced to hit this fairly hard to come back down table. It looks like he's going to have to come back down table by the 9 and 8 and up in the center of the table again. I don't think he can slow roll this. Maybe he can. No, I don't think so. He can. He did slow roll it. He could. Very nice. Nice touch. So slow roll it down toward the center of the table for the 8 ball. He'll follow off the bottom rail and has played this game nicely. There's 891 for Chao, 907 Niels. And it's a very close match, as you can tell. There's the score. Chao has 6, Niels has 5. And it will be Chao's break when we come back from the rack. And it has to be a close match. Both of these players are playing well. A couple safeties here and there have made the difference in this match, actually. I think one mistake Niels made when he missed that 1 ball was a shot you figured he would make. And then Chao made a mistake but got away with it. Both of these players have won at least 5 or 6 matches to get here. And of course, they don't have any losses. Could single elimination. They may, I don't think either one of the players have lost their first match. I believe both of them are undefeated. Chao is checking the rack to make sure that the balls were tight, especially the 1 ball. You want the 1 ball tight to the other 2 balls behind it. Now, he'll hit the 1 ball square and try to make the 1 ball in the side pocket. Protect the cue ball from going in the other side. Notice the cue ball is a dead center of the pot. Throw the cue ball back. What a nice break. Look at all the balls fall. Wow. 3 balls on the break and not a shot on the 2 ball. He made the 1 ball, pocketed 2 other balls successfully. Cue ball's open. But the only ball on the table that he cannot make is the 2 ball without a good hit. So the 8 ball's in front of the 2. So I believe we're going to see a push out here, or possibly a kick shot, kicking behind the 8 ball and trying to send the 2 down table, which is pretty much not a bad shot. But I think if he can push out, he'll probably push out first. I hope if he pushes to the side there, Niels may take it and try to bank the 2 ball. Okay, he's going to push this over to the side rail. Yeah, I was just thinking, why would he push that out there? Because he doesn't need to move the 6 ball. I believe he's going to give this right back to him. He can't bank the 2 ball because there's a kiss there. It looks like it's going to kiss it if he tries to. Would be a 1 pocket shot. I don't know if Chao plays 1 pocket or Niels plays 1 pocket. Niels is very young looking. I don't believe even if he did play it, how much he would know about it. 1 pocket is a game of knowledge. You have to play the game a lot. Some people pick it up quicker than others. But he has gave the shot back to Chao. So Chao is probably going to try to bank this ball. And he's probably going to get a kiss if he does. He's looking at it now. Because if he's going to try just play this center ball, he's definitely going to kiss. If he's going to hit it low left, which he has to, well, no, he's going to kick the bottom rail and try to send it up table. And he has to hit this perfect. And that was a very tough shot. Very tough. So Niels has made a good choice. And Chao has made an error or a mistake. So Niels will have to take advantage of this to get back into this match. Now notice the layout. He does not have a pocket in the corner, but he can make the 2 in the side. But his concern here is position on the 3 ball, which is the red ball, the left-hand top of the screen. Position on the 3 is not going to be easy. He may be forced to play a combination after he makes the 2 ball. Or if he can get behind the 3 ball, then he'll be okay. Now, notice how thin he's hitting it, and he missed it. And big break for Chao. And that is going to be costly. It almost looked at first like he was trying to just play a safety on that ball. I don't know if he was even trying to make that ball. But at any rate, Chao's at the table with a nice shot on the 2 in the side pocket. And let's see what he does with the cue ball here, because he's probably going to elect to play a combination, which he has. So we'll see a 3-6 combination. And he'll probably end up playing the 3 ball in the other corner pocket. Depends how hard he hits this. He has to be careful he doesn't leave himself no shot on the 3. And he hit it a little too easy. So he's going to be faced with a tough cut shot in the corner pocket. And I believe he's going to shoot it. He has also a good safety, just hitting it thin and bring cue ball down table. But I think he's going to play this in the corner and just bring the cue ball back up table, back down for the 6 ball. And there it is. Here comes the cue ball. Great shot. Good speed control. Pocketed the 3 ball. Brought the cue ball back down table toward the center of the table. And now he just has to be careful he does not touch the 9 ball. And bring the cue ball 2 rails around for the 8 ball. A little bit of low right hand. Well, actually, he's going to hit center right hand spin. And a lot of shots we play with spin on the cue ball, which helps us to cut the ball a little more, so you have to compensate for that. And that's good practice for the people at home to practice spinning the cue ball into object balls and seeing how it affects the object ball and the cue ball. He'll spin this one too. See that spin on the cue ball, which actually kills the cue ball a little bit and throws the 8 into the corner and leaves himself easy position on the 9 ball. And there it is. And 906 to 891. And that tells the score of the match also. I think Chao's been a little fortunate with his errors to get away with them because Niels had an opportunity there to run out the table and miss this 2 ball. So with a mistake from Niels, it's been pretty costly. And there's the score. Chao has 7 and Niels 5. 2 games difference. 2 breaks away for Niels to try and tie this matchup. And it'll be his break when we come back to the table. Tokyo's largest 9-ball tournament. Actually, the largest 9-ball tournament in the history of pool. Forget 9-ball, just any game. Largest pool tournament ever, money-wise. Notice the stance, how crouched he is. You would think he'd lose power, but he doesn't. He hits the balls very, very hard. There's the 1 ball. I love what he's doing with the 1 ball. The 1 ball comes right by the corner every time. And this is a very nice break with a big opportunity for Niels to run out the table. The 2 balls on the side of the rail. The 1 ball's down by the corner, exactly where he played it. The cue ball is in a nice position to pocket the 1. And his concern now is not the 1, 2, or the 3, but the 4, the 6, and the 7. Look at the reach he has. That cue ball is past the side pocket. Give you an idea of how tall Neil is. Past the side pocket, he reaches it like it's a hanger. Now here his concern is about where he's going to bring the cue ball for the 4 ball next after he shoots the 2 ball and he's got the 3 ball. But he wants the angle or the position on the 3 ball to make it easy position for the 4 ball. So he could either bring the cue ball down table on the bottom rail here, come off the bottom rail with an angle on the 3 ball, or stop there and just take the chance of going 2 rails around the 4 ball. I think that's his best bet. Just make the 2 ball, come off the rail, make sure you have a nice shot on the 3. Well, it looks like he's going over. No, okay, he did. Boy, he hit that. Okay. Well, you hear me stumbling. I'm trying to figure out what he wanted to do on that shot. I don't know if he wanted to get straight in on that, or it looks like if he'd got straight in, he's okay too. So if he can draw straight back, he's fine. If he has to come over by the 4 ball, he has to be very careful. He has to be careful he doesn't draw in the ball into the 7 ball also. Look out, there it is. Well executed shot there. If he'd have touched the 7 ball, he probably would have been safe or have to play a safety on the 4 ball. So now he's going to play the 4 ball and bring the cue ball back down table with low right hand spin on the cue ball. He'll throw the 4 in the corner here. There it is, and here comes the cue ball down table. Angle on the 6 ball, perfect speed. Now here's a speed shot on the cue ball. He does not want to go too far. He wants to try to get straight in on the 7 ball if he can. Here comes the cue ball. Look out. Well, that's nice speed ball control there. That's good to practice at home. Cue ball control, rolling the cue ball down table for a perfect angle on the 7 ball. Just come draw the cue ball up toward the center of the table, straight in on the 8 ball. You'll see him draw the cue ball back maybe an inch or 2 for the 9 ball in the other corner. So with a great break, Niels takes advantage and runs out the rack. He's been playing well the whole tournament. And he looks very determined to win this tournament. Be a nice one to win, that's for sure. Chao shooting 906, and we've got a tie ball game, but not in score. Score is unjust here because the score is 7 for Chao and 6 for Niels, with Chao coming to the table with his break. So Niels would need Chao not to break and run out. And what we really hope for is just a chance to get to the table, even if it's a kick. Chao stays on his side of the table. Playing the 1 ball in the side pocket, and there it is. And there's the cue ball. So there's the break that Niels needed. Chao makes 2 balls on the break and scratches, which will give Niels ball in hand. And he knows that could be costly. 2 balls on the break, ball in hand. On the 2 ball, balls are open nicely. The 3 ball went on the break also. So the 1 and 3 are down. So Niels will be playing position on the 4 ball. Play the 2 ball in the corner, go to the side rail, back out toward the other side of the table for the 4 ball. Notice he's hitting high English. Just come off the rail. Well, it looks like the 3 ball is on the table. I'm sorry, he must have pocketed a different ball on the break. He pocketed the 1 and the 8 ball. So he'll be shooting the 3 ball now, playing position on the 4 ball. Okay. Looking to see now if the 6 ball goes past the 7 ball, which it does. Wants to come out toward the center of the table for an angle on the 5 ball, or if he's straight in, he pretty much would be okay. As long as he doesn't have an angle on the other side of the ball, and that's perfect. Notice the speed control to get the angle he wants. And that's what 9 ball's about. Cue ball control. Low left-hand English. Bringing the cue ball over to the rail, back out, almost straight in. Actually, little angle's even perfect. Now he has to be so precise on this shot. If he touches the rail, he has to be very careful. If he does touch the rail, not to hit the ball too hard where it'll bounce out. And there it is. Notice how softly he hit the ball. Used the rail that time to his advantage. And a costly mistake by Chao. Actually a bad break by Chao because he got kicked in the pocket. So Niels runs out with ball in hand on the 2 ball. And we have a tie ball game. Or a tie pool match, I should say. And he knows 892 for Chao, 915. Niels tied up the match. And we have a 7-7 match. With Niels will come to the table with his break. Race to 13. Race to 15 in the finals. All the matches before this were raced to 11, I believe. $60,000 to the winner and a chance to win $160,000. And there goes that 1 ball. And here comes the 2 ball. He's pocketed 2 balls on the break. Fabulous break. Nice shot on the 2 ball. 3 balls over on the side rail. Frozen to the rail, but easy position. Have to put a little bit of inside English on the cue ball here. There's the inside English. Once come up 1 rail, he'll go to the side rail. Look out. Wow, very fortunate there to hit the 3 and have a shot on the 3 ball in the corner pocket. But he's going to have to hit a lot of draw on this shot because he's straight in on the 3. So he's going to have to draw the cue ball back to the bottom rail and back up table for the 4 ball, requiring a good draw stroke. And he must hit the 3 perfect in the corner pocket so it doesn't bobble out of the pocket. In this situation, if he catches the rail here, he could come out of the pocket very easy. Keep an eye on the cue ball. After he makes the 3 ball, you're going to see the cue ball. There's the 3 ball. Here comes the cue ball, come flying back. Great shot by Niels. There's an illustration of a power draw shot. Perfect angle on the 4 to go to the bottom rail and come back out toward the center of the table for the 6 ball. Most racks have a key shot in the rack, and if that was going to be a key shot in this rack, it would have to be that shot, the 3 ball. 6 ball in the corner pocket. Low left-hand spin again, bringing the cue ball over to the other side of the table. Doesn't really matter much what kind of angle he gets on the 7 ball as long as he's off the rail. Even if he's not off the rail, he's okay, because notice where the 8 ball is. The 8 ball is hanging by the side pocket. So position on the 8 is fairly simple. Just pocket the 7 ball and basically stay right around there. Now he has an option here. He can draw the cue ball or just follow it to the rail. One rail for the 9 ball. And that's what he elected to do with a nice straight in shot on the 9 ball. And you'd like to be straight in if you can on the 9 ball. And there it is. So Chao knows now that a couple of breaks here and a couple errors, and Niels has gone ahead in the match by 1 game, 8-7. Niels 925 to Chao 892. Both players playing a great match. And there's the score. 8 for Niels, 7 for Chao. It has to be a close match because both players are playing so well. Difference is just a few breaks here and there, which happens in 9 ball. Good thing is that the formats rotate the break, so you get your chance at the table. Now he must try to break and run out, or break and play a good safety. Very important. But protect the cue ball here. And the cue ball has gotten away from him, but he has pocketed the 1 ball on the break. He does have a shot on the 2, and actually it's the perfect angle to come over for a 3-9 combination, so we may see a fast rack here, and that's a big break for Chao. If he can pocket the 2, which is not an easy shot. If you notice, he's got to roll this ball down the rail past the 8 ball in the corner pocket. Has to be very careful here. He does not hit the 8. Just pocket the 2, come over to the other side of the table, basically just hitting the cue ball center ball, maybe a little bit of right hand spin to make sure you do not get behind the ball that's near the 3 ball. Going to take an extension. It is a 45-second shot clock. You're entitled to 1 extension per rack. And he's going to hit this basically just a little bit of right hand spin on the cue ball, so he comes straight across. Cutting the 2 ball in the corner pocket, not too hard. And there it is. Watch out for the cue ball now. Okay, he's okay. The only thing I would like to hit a little bit harder to make sure it wasn't on the rail, but he's happy he made the 2 ball, believe me. So he's going to play the 3-9 combination. And it's pretty much of a safe shot because the 3 ball is going to the bottom rail and the 4 ball is blocking the pocket in the corner. So there it is. Nicely done by Chao. So there's what he had to do. Chao had to break the balls, pocket a ball, get a shot on the lowest numbered ball on the table, and run out or make a combination on the 9. And we have a tie ball, another tie match, and close stats. 899 for Chao, 925 for Niels. What a great match, 8-8. So I like to see a nice close match coming down to the end, where one miss or one mistake can make the difference. $60,000 to the winner of this match. Not too bad for 30 to the loser. $90,000 match. Niels has been very consistent on hitting the 1 ball and making it go to the side pocket or down toward the other corner. And there it is. He missed the side. Oh, well, there's what we're talking about when you talk about getting a break. That's a big break for Chao because Niels would have had an easy shot on the 1 ball in the other corner. He pocketed a ball on the break. It looks like he's pocketed the 7, well, not the 7, the 5 ball. Probably the corner ball was. And he's faced with a long shot on the 1 ball. But he would have had a very easy shot on the 1 if it had went toward the corner like he had played it. Now he's going to put a little bit of spin on this cue ball, left-hand spin to bring the cue ball around table. So imagine shooting an 8-foot shot, putting a little bit of left-hand spin on the ball and trying to hit the one ball at the perfect angle to make it. And then not only the perfect angle, but the perfect speed to come around for the 2 ball. Yeah, we need to applaud that. That was a great shot. Nice touch. And I would have to say that would be the key shot in this rack, making that 1 ball and getting on the 2 ball. Because now he'll play the 2 ball in the corner pocket and just come back out to the center of the table or over to the side rail for the 3 ball in the same pocket. A little bit of inside spin on the cue ball. Now the 4 ball is on the bottom of the screen. He's looking at the 4 now. And he knows he has a nice setup here. His only concern here be from going to the 4 to the 6. The 6 is down table, so I think he's going to bring the cue ball back about 1.5 feet maybe. Now he kept it a little less. He may be forced to just stop this cue ball and take a long shot on the 6. Can't tell how much of an angle he has, if he has any angle at all. If he has a little angle, he'll follow the cue ball, go to the bottom rail and back up table. He does have a little bit of an angle, so you're going to see him follow this ball, go to the bottom rail and back down table for the 6. And there it is. Nice speed control on the cue ball. Now there's one thing he has to be concerned with here. He does not want to be straight in on the 7 ball. So he's going to play off the bottom rail, play the 6 with a little bit of right-hand spin on the cue ball. So he's going to be cutting the 6 in, so he'll pick up a little more spin. And here comes the cue ball. Notice he has an angle. Perfect angle to just make the 7 ball and bounce off the rail and come toward the center of the table for the 8. Just make sure you get it hard enough to come up towards the center of the table. Perfect. I like the way he's playing. He's going to be tough to beat. I mean, it may be impossible to beat if he keeps breaking and running out. Very good. And Niels will take the lead again. He had the lead in the beginning of the match. Lost the lead to Chao. And now he has taken the lead back, a 1-game lead. 9 for Niels, 8 for Chao. It's always nice to have the lead when you're getting toward the end of the match. Notice the 2 cues next to Niels. We have a break cue we use. And usually the break cue breaks down into a jump cue sometimes. And then we have a cue we play with. The reason we have a break cue is so it doesn't wear on the tip. Because you're hitting the balls a little harder than usual, and the tip seems to wear out on one side usually, and you don't want to shoot with a tip like that. So notice how low Chao is hitting the cue ball. There it is. Nice stroke. And he keeps getting a bad kiss. He keeps getting the cue ball kissed around. And failed to pocket a ball on the break. I think that's the first time in the match that a player has failed to make a ball on the break. So Niels will come to the table with the 1 and the cue ball very close together, but he does not have a pocket, so we're going to see a safety here. And I think he's going to bring that cue ball back behind the 4 ball and put the 1 ball to the bottom rail and over to the side rail. A little bit of a finesse shot. Has to be careful that the cue ball doesn't come back and hit the cue stick. He may try to hit this 2 rails down table too. And that's exactly what he did. He hit the cue ball 2 rails. The 1 ball 2 rails back down table. That was executed nicely. Chao has an easy kick. Just have to be careful he does not scratch off the 1 in the corner. Chance he could leave him safe here too. And a successful hit on the 1 ball, but he has left a shot for Niels on the 1 ball. Niels will have a shot on the one ball in the corner or the side. Probably play the one ball in the side pocket so he doesn't have to go down the other end of the table into the traffic. Plays the one on the side, he just has to deal with the 9, which he won't have to worry about the 9 because he'll draw to the bottom rail and backup table for the 2 ball. Well, he's going to play this in the corner. I was going to go into the 3 ball. There he goes. That's a nice shot. Notice how he used the 3 ball for position. The only problem with that, if he didn't hit 3 ball full in the face, he could have went down behind another ball. But he hit it perfect, so he executed it excellent. Nice shot on the 2 ball. He'll bring the cue ball over to the side rail and back out for the 3 ball in the other corner. There's the cue ball coming out. And look out for the 9 ball. He does not want to be behind the 9, so he has to elevate his cue. I believe he's okay. The 3 and the 4 ball are close together, so position will not be a big problem on the 4 ball. Just make the 3 ball. Try to stop the cue ball right there if you can. And this is not an easy shot. He made it look easy, but anytime you elevate your cue over another ball, if you don't not hit the cue ball dead center, you could end up making the cue ball curve before it gets to the object ball and miss the object ball very easy. Play the 4 ball down the rail, position on the 5. The 6 ball's on the side rail where the 5 ball is, so he's going to bring the cue ball 2 rails around the table for the 6 ball in the same pocket, just to make sure you get the cue ball around table. The speed is very important. And Niels knew that and hit it perfect. And he still has a little more work than this rack. The 7 ball is down by the bottom corner pocket, the left-hand side of the screen, and the 8 ball is up table. So Niels is going to have to do something with the cue ball after he makes the 6 ball. I believe he's going to have just a little bit of an angle on this 7 ball. So I think we'll see a nice little draw shot here, using the rail to come back down table, or he could follow it. It's up to him, but I think he'd be better off drawing it, controlling the cue ball with your draw a little better. Let's see what he elects to do. Going to draw the ball back with low right-hand spin. There's the spin on the cue ball. Perfect. Notice how hard he hit the ball. Make sure he did not come all the way over to the rail. Just in case he was in line with the side pocket, he wouldn't have scratched anyway. So that was a smart shot by Niels. Now come off the top rail. A little bit of right-hand spin on the cue ball. Perfect for the 9 ball in the corner pocket. Almost straight in. This is what you like, the kind of shot you like for the match. So Niels took advantage of the lead he had, and now has went 2 games ahead. And Chao knows his work is cut out for him. And there's the score. Niels has 10, and Chao has 8. Niels is 3 games away from $60,000 and a chance to win $160,000. And Chao is 5 games away. $899 for Chao, $939 for Niels. So you know how good Niels is playing and how tough it is to beat somebody that plays this well. It's torture. Chao has to just sit there and wait for Niels to make a mistake or not make a ball or get a bad break on the break or whatever. It takes a lot of patience. And he's going to grip the cue a little bit tighter than what you've seen. His whole hand is around the cue, and this is a good grip, not holding it tightly though. He will stay down. Notice how he stays down after he hits the cue ball. After the cue ball leaves the cue, then you'll see him come up. And he's pocketed the one ball in the side pocket again. The balls are wide open. He's pocketed the one ball in the side and the two ball. Has a shot on the three ball. Not an easy position shot because he's going to have to play the three ball in one of those corner pockets, and he's going to have to do something with the cue ball to get position on the four. He's going to have to either draw it or hit a little extra hard or put some spin on the cue ball. So we're going to see some English on the cue ball here. My idea of what he's going to do is probably play the three ball in the right-hand corner pocket when we look at the screen and bring the cue ball 2 rails over for the 4 ball and just hope to get straight in on the 4 ball, because position on the 5 after the 4 is not difficult. Now I'm talking about the right-hand corner pocket, probably going to shoot it over there. I don't think he can play it. Let's see what he does. He's going to play it maybe in the left hand. No, he's playing it in the right-hand corner pocket and bringing the cue ball over 2 rails. This is not an easy shot. Although he made it look fairly easy. Notice the cue ball, he played it 2 rails over to the side rail for the 4 ball, and that was a very nice shot. Here's a shot he's going to hit with a lot of low right-hand spin to throw the 4 almost inside in the corner pocket. And there it is. And he hit that very nice. And he knows he has a big opportunity to go ahead 3 games in the match. And that would be very tough for Chao to come back from a 3. Wow. Bobbled the 5 ball a little bit. Wonder if he was thinking about that $60,000. Anyway, he made the 5. It went in because of the speed. And the 6 ball, he'll almost straight in, but he's going to cheat the side pocket and draw the cue ball over, probably back to the rail where he's at now, but lower on the side pocket. On the other side of the side pocket with an angle on the 7. And that's perfect. Just careful here, you don't scratch in the side pocket if you try to bring it up. And he didn't. So, Niels has broke and run out on his break twice toward the end of the match, which is very important, and it shows. So there we have a 3-game lead. And Chao knows now he has to, well, not only break and run out, he's going to take a timeout. So Niels with a 3-game lead. Well, he's ahead in the match, 11, where Chao has 8. Okay, we're back. The Tokyo 9-ball International Billiards Council, Mr. Tanaka, formed. And Chao will come back with his break, down 3 games. Very big here that he make a ball. And again, he has failed to pocket a ball on his break. And that is a great opportunity for Niels to come to the table. Even though he doesn't have a shot on the 1 ball, he'll play a good safety, an easy safety, just bringing the cue ball. You watch, you're going to bring the cue ball right behind the 4 ball and put the 1 down by the 8 and 3. And this is very big because Chao will come to the table with a kick shot, being forced to go to a rail and try to hit the 1 ball. And a lot of things can happen here. He could miss the 1 ball. He could hit another ball first. He could hit the 1 ball and leave an easy shot for Niels. He could hit the 1 ball and scratch. He could hit the 1 ball and make a ball too. So let's see what happens. Well, he has missed the 1 ball. So that is big for Niels because he will come to the table with ball in hand, with 9 balls on the table, and a chance to either play another safety or a run out. And from looking at the 1, 2, and 3, they look fairly simple, but well, he's got a nice run out here, except for the 4 ball and the 8. So he may knock the 8 ball out right now, since he has ball in hand. I believe he's going to try and knock the 8 ball out and just take a long shot on the 2. And that's exactly what he's done. So 2 ball, he's made an excellent shot there, clearing the road now for a run out. Just has to make sure he makes the 2 and does not get behind the 9 ball from pocketing the 3. The 3 ball is down by the cue ball. If you can see on the lower part of your screen, the left-hand side, that's where the 3 ball is. Now, he could play this in the side pocket too, but that's very tough speed control on the cue ball, and that's where he's going to play it. So this is going to be interesting to see if he hits at the perfect speed. A lot of things can happen here. Playing the 2 ball in the side, and here comes the cue ball, and look out. Well, look at the cue ball take a little, it went a little bit to the left there. Boy, the pool gods are with him, it looks like. Cue ball went a little bit to the left there, just at the last couple seconds there, and he has a shot on the 3 ball. He can just make it, it looks like. And if he, yes, he can. That's a big break. Not a good break for Chao, though, but a big break for Niels, because he can make the 3 and just come back up table for the 4 ball. And there it is. Well, that was very fortunate for Niels. So now he has a shot on the 4 and an opportunity to run the rest of the table, bringing the cue ball with low English back down table for the 5 ball. You can see at the top of your screen. Nicely done, and you'll see a little slip slide stroke here, I believe. The 6 ball is on the right-hand side of your screen, on the side rail, and Niels knows he's going to have to hit this very easy. So I think you're going to see a little slip slide stroke. You're going to hit the ball very low and slide into the 5 ball, basically. Keep an eye on the cue ball here. And there it is, sliding the cue ball just before it gets to the 5 ball. Slows it down a little bit. Helps you to judge the shot a little bit better. So he has a nice angle on the 6. He'll make sure he does not come behind the 9 ball here. He'll go in between the 9 and the 7, I believe, making sure the 9 ball does not come into play. Very smart. And now I believe he will play for the 8 ball in the side pocket or the upper corner. I don't know if he'll take a chance on going back up tail. Let's see what he does. Looks like he is following it, so he's going to bring the cue ball up toward the center of the table. Perfect. He looks very confident at the table. Pocketing the balls, center to pocket, straight in on the 9. And we've got a 4-game lead, folks. And the audience knows it. They're possibly looking. Well, there's Chao. And I don't think he's too happy. And there's the score. And that's why he's not happy. Niels has 12 and Chao has 8. And he's 4 games down. He's going to have to win 5 games in a row to win this match. And in order to do that, he has to depend on Niels. And there, 886 for Chao, 948 for Niels. Fantastic shooting by Niels. Excellent shooting. Chao will have to depend on Niels not to break and run out, but to break and maybe make a mistake or get a bad roll on the break or maybe not make a ball on the break. But at any rate, he has to depend on Niels not to get out. And hopefully the 9 don't go on the break. We haven't seen the 9 fall yet on the break. And it doesn't look like the 9 ball is moving much. There's the cue ball. There's the 1 ball. And Niels a little dismayed about the 1 going to the side rail, to the top rail actually, because he would have had a nice shot on the 1 and a chance to actually run out. Now notice the cue ball. Well, we're not going to see it right now. I'll wait till it comes back, but not an easy run out. There's the 6 ball right by the cue ball, and the 1 ball's on the bottom rail, so this is not going to be an easy run out. Somebody's going to have to make that 6 ball somewhere in one of the corner pockets. I don't believe they'll be banking it. So Niels is probably going to play a safety on this 1 ball, playing the cue ball back behind to the other side, left-hand side of the table, hitting it easy, as so, trying to get perfect speed. Wow. And that was not easy to do, because that 1 ball comes up a little bit farther. Not only does he leave the 1 ball by the side, but he leaves an opportunity for him to knock the 6 away. So here's a jump shot by Chao. And most of the players have a jump cue or can use the jump stick. The Philippine players, I don't really see them jump the ball, but mostly all the other players do. Now he's going to try to hit the 1 and just play a safety here. Hitting the 1 ball 2 rails, down by the 3 ball, and right behind it, and he hit it perfect. And he knows it. So Niels has a chance to hit the 1 ball thin, but I think he's going to go to the rail and try to hit it. I don't think he's going to play it that way. If he goes to the rail, it's not going to be easy to control the cue ball here. Probably hit it pretty easy. Yes, he's going to the rail, I think. Won't hit it too hard. Wow, that was done nice. That's a very nice shot. That's a finesse shot. And he has finesse. Here's a shot where he's going to play the cue ball, hitting the 1 thin, coming behind the 9 ball. He must get behind the 9. If he doesn't get there, it'll be an easy kick for Niels, and he did not get totally behind the 9. So Niels will have an easy kick here. And I'll tell you, he may kick this and leave Chao safe after he hits it. He'll come off the rail with a little bit of draw on the cue ball, hitting it pretty firm so that the draw takes after it hits the rail. And if you'll watch the cue ball here, if he hits the 1 ball right, the cue ball should stop right there, or even maybe come back a little bit behind the 3 ball and the 6. Just depends on how well he hits it. And he hit it nice. Unfortunately, he's left a shot, but he executed a nice shot there. He controlled the cue ball, made sure he hit the 1 first, and he has left a not too easy a shot to Chao, especially being down by 4 games. This is not an easy shot. But all he has to do is make it, and he'll have a shot on the 3 ball. And that's exactly what he did, just made sure he made it. And he's going to have a little bit of a blood test here. This is not an easy shot. Playing the 3 ball in the corner. Just make the ball. He should get position on the 4. And boy, he hit that like he was ahead by 4 games. That was nicely executed. He's looking at the 6 ball now to see where he's going to play it. And if he plays it down the corner, he's going to have to be very careful he doesn't catch the side rail there, the side point. See it right there? You have a tendency to catch the side rail first, and what happens is the 6 ball catches the point and comes out. But maybe he'll be okay. We'll see what kind of position he gets on the 6. So here's the 4. He's going to play position for the 5 first, though. He wants to be basically straight in on the 5 if he can. Well, now he'll have a little bit of an angle, I think. So he'll bounce this off the side, bottom rail here with a lot of left-hand spin, actually. Bring the cue ball back to the 6. And there's your spin, not touching the 9. And actually getting perfect. Well, too perfect. What he has to do here now is just make the 6. He has to stay right there. There's nothing he can do with the cue ball at all. And actually, he's perfect. If he stays right there, he can roll the 7 in for the 8 next and be perfect. So all he has to do, make the 6. Do not catch this point. Oh, and that's exactly what he does. He catches the point. So you see Niels, he's getting out of his chair rather quickly. That's a big break because he has a chance now to close the match out and also play a great match. If he could run out here, he will have played a super match. This is no easy shot. I don't care how far ahead you are. A little bit of inside so he doesn't scratch in the side. Wow, that was very nice. Perfect. I think he just wants to take his time to make sure he doesn't make any mistakes. He's okay. He'll play the 7 and the 8 probably in the same pocket. A little bit of low right-hand spin on the cue ball, throwing the 7 in and just drawing the cue ball over. Really doesn't matter what kind of angle you have on the 8, as long as the cue ball wasn't on the rail. So here he'll play the 8. You see him follow the ball with a little bit of left-hand spin and come down for the 9 ball. And there it is. And what a great match he's played. And the people know that Niels has won this match, and he's going to be on his way into the final match. Great shooting by Niels. And there it is. It shows 13-8. And the difference in just a few breaks and making a ball on the break. And 868 for Chao and 950 for Niels Feijen. And there he is in the finals. Whoever awaits to play him in the finals for $160,000, guaranteed $60,000. And thanks for being with us.